Morampo na ikalduin OET examination through angai thina OET exam theina turin coaching class buasai ania ilo ngai vendu ni chuan top lama hian number karon da tuntuma hian charcosan director Dr. Sima in thu soina te aneya abula changa top thlangin in lo ngai thlanga ngai vendu chuan phone number kan ron da hian in lo phone don nia abula changa top thlangin kan video in lo en don nia
anni i thahnem ngai na awangin i tiang hian hun arin honga nas thade mai tam tak mai anlo su khato a duna pon su khazen ulaka du a kan mi zo me chia mi pa te atam the ang ber chu ula ni chen ka soyang khan zoram tinom tu ri laron ni dona mitam tak ten sa ram hun pui a uk midam ta mo kan lo ti thina kha mi zo te tan po alo ni rengani ti karon kha chuak ula kadua nars te hi doctor tu kinni gati na chan chu dam lo ne nei kal ta a mel tumbo le thinrim mel al kal chuan kha dam lo kha na zwal thei maro chun wi sang le dam taka patient event kol chuan o kha doctor mel thale thalo lam lo anon wi sang anga idam ngo vo in chui ngei lo anaron ti to chuan dam lo kha dam som song thei chu tiang chu chun nars pon dam lo in kana in ti chuan khatiang in thil ti ra kha pathian in mal som le tam cheu una yen tang le ula ni china sren kan an offer rapiang cheu ka accept top ula kulai khan china chuan in position le in du kha in la thak le the ni ti kha ngai thakar ula chuwang chon eng ang po kha uk ka lu thei na ni chon ti in zom lu top pro ti lai ka soi du ei army at po ni tho achunga an lu tir na chu chef po ni mai thei ma se kum khatten an zowa chu ta chuan a chef ka pe lo an tia an thanga dang an thanga an pele mai chu tiang chuan management fel takani uk hi ti kha sia in ei top ron cho factory tu sakna ka lam chu ni ka lo me
in Proverbs 16:3 it is written, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He...
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Now that we have got everything sorted, let us talk about Charcos. Thank you very much, Mary and Maurati, Zirlai and Madam Q as well. I'm a doctor by profession, and almost 25 years ago, we moved back along with my husband, Dr. Shashi Banyan. So we moved to UK to be and work as doctors over there. Now, of course, when we moved, we had to go through a kind of a similar journey like what the nurses are going through, but I was going on the doctor route. So it is like a parallel roads, but I was going on the doctor sort of path, and you guys are going to the nurses path. So we went over there, and I gave all my exams, got registered as a doctor over there, and was working over there for more than 15 years as a doctor. And during this time, like, we always had this thing in us that we wanted to come back to India at some point and give back to the country of what we have gained over there, what we have learned. We always thought that it is so much better that if we can come back and give it back to the country, so that the benefits that what we have got, many other people can get those benefits. So that was the main ethos which made us come back to India. So in 2012, which is almost 12 years ago, so we moved back to India. And when we moved back to India, then we started first with the more of the hospitals. Cancer care was one of the things which we found that there was a huge lack in India about cancer care or cancer services which were there. So we started with the cancer care first, and now I can proudly say that we are one of the biggest cancer care services provider in India. And we have more than 20 different locations all over India where we are providing services, and we are treating more than 50,000 new cancer patients every year. And the other good thing what we did was that rather than going into the main cities where already there was so much facilities which were available, we chose to go in tier 2, tier 3 cities where the actual need was. So the chairman of one of the local hospital, he happened to be our friend, and we used to work with him when he was when we were in UK. So we went to see him, and that is when he asked us that since you are doing so much work in India with healthcare, why don't you help us with nurses? Because we are struggling to recruit nurses and the quality nurses. So that was the first time that we thought about the recruitment or the nurses. And I was like that, okay, if we were to do this, I would want to understand first that what are the issues and why do you need our help? And if we are going to help, then in what capacity can we help? So I spent around a month understanding that what all is going in the training, in the recruitment, what are the issues which the hospital is facing, what are the issues which the nurses are facing, and what can be done about it. And that is where it led for us to come up with this pilot program to start with. So we gave a proposal to the hospital that look, if we are going to be doing the recruitment for nurses, we don't want to do a plain recruitment. Because there are a lot of people who are doing plain recruitment and we don't want to go the same path. We want to add something to it, and we would like to train the nurses so that the hospital is also benefiting because they are getting the trained nurses and they are getting the nurses who are coming as like running or full-fledged like confident nurses who are joining the hospitals. This is also going to help the nurses because it will improve their confidence level, and you will be so much more better and helpful when you join as a fully trained nurse. You will be able to clear your exam much quicker because we would have already trained for you, we would have already booked your exam, and hence your salaries are going to be much higher and much earlier. You will go on that one. So it was like a benefit for everyone, a win-win situation for everyone. And the hospital really liked the proposal, and they said that okay, fine, you can go ahead with it. Let us do it like a pilot first because it's absolutely a new thing that what we are doing. So we did it like a pilot of 40 nurses to start with. And it was such a success, the pilot, that now we are, after 4 years, more than 4,000 nurses, and we are still going really strong on that one. And from starting the program only for training for OSCE, which is the practical aspect of your training, we have now gone into many more training programs, upskilling, or whether it is language, whether it is other like your theory exams, or whether there are other upskilling programs. So it has become like a full-fledged training and education company rather than just being a recruitment. Recruitment is only one aspect of it. So this is how Charcos developed. Like initially about 20 years ago when we started, it was only a consultancy company, but now it is a full-fledged education, training and recruitment company for all of the healthcare staff. Not just the nurses, but also the allied health professionals, whether it is radiographers, whether it is a dialysis technician, the radiotherapist, or operation theatre technicians. All of these are also we are training as well as we are sending them, providing them with recruitment as well. Now this was, when we started, it was mainly in UK that what we started. Our headquarters is also in UK, but in India we are based in Gurgaon and also in Mysore. Yeah, and I'll come to the Mysore piece later on. But apart from in UK and India, now we have gone on to extend our services to Germany, to Italy, Australia, Saudi, Dubai, and in the process of doing for US and Canada as well. So it is, as the name suggests, it is truly becoming a Charcos global sort of thing, so that we are giving you the options for everywhere, not just one country, but for all of the country. And because people, they need to have choices, whichever way that you want to go. Now this also brings me, and a lot of people, they ask this question that what are the opportunities of, like say if I talk about Italy and Germany. And as soon as I say this, people, they get a little bit taken aback because there is a language that you have to learn for that one. Yeah, but this is something that I would want to say that, see, in India itself, there are, if you see, there are more than 100 languages. Yeah, and whether we believe it or not, almost all of us speak at least 2 to 3 languages. Yeah, so and all of you guys would be speaking different languages. Yeah, and if I were to learn Mizo today, I probably will find it very difficult. I might go and learn German maybe. So I think that, see, any language is only difficult for as long as you think that it is difficult. The moment you start understanding it, it will start becoming easier. Yeah, so English we feel a little bit more comfort because we have been learning it since childhood, and that's why we feel that it is easy. Yeah, but please be open, keep your mind open to learn other languages as well. I can tell you that for Germany, there are people who get very proficient in just 6 months. So if you see the whole of your life versus 6 months, if you have to see, and you are still learning English, it is not that you are, even though you know English, but you still have to learn to give exam. So this is an exciting opportunity for Germany as well. Again, to keep your options open. I'll talk about Germany in a little while. But again, going back to the Charcos journey. So this is the Charcos journey, and at some point when we were going through this one, I think that about the OSCE training, the recruitment and all that, we met Maurati as well. And maybe I'll take a break over here before I can come back to discuss other things, but I would like over here to Maurati to sort of tell her experience with us, how she met us and what happened after that, and how did we reach till you guys. Yeah, and then we can take it from there. Yeah, that's the new
Coming to Maurati, Milo introduced on Canania, agenda joining min address and Trechina, Madam Tipo Kangailava, Umarwati Kampoilonia, Joan, Simai also to a Hanan question, name the Siamo Kaka, Ishatiano, Mokalai Hanzo, the Nathan Adam Soy, my foot by Tan John Luka. In my initial Purahan and Nigewa to Vangjuan Hills, so it kills us at Hakamo, Hill at Dale to Glehoka, Ulonia to Vangjuan, Kanungan and Lay like a Montanpo and Yat to Vangjuan, who dip around Lampoka, some lots of it.
Maka July kami OET ka pasta. Masi 3 years experience ka kala nating mo kay mahi ICU experience ka nita. Masi 3 years ka nating mo bangkani you cannot choose ICU nita. So I prefer to wait so that I can choose ICU because it's the place where I have experience. But after I have the 3 years experience, they told me that ICU is quite rare to find a job. So I asked if I can choose another word, not ICU, but they said that it might be difficult to choose other words. So is it true like that?
Okay, that there are options and opportunities which are there, and if you don't already have my number, you can get directly in touch with me and I can guide you appropriately for that one. So, but we'll find you a job, don't worry about that.
Okay. Litina an insui changkhanin mo. Sima ina su yang tia khanin COVID zo di ma ol ang khan ol to lo di mayan. Atol zongin. Kati lai khan nurses tan ta tamawang le di man sana bang khan sarkarin puisa samsung chewani recruitment tan khan. Tuna chuan kami samsung kha adi to pa chu wang chuan hospital in an money finance kan an recruit thota amang khan a all samin finance ka tam to lawa ala ni zel thawa demand chu ala tam thawani chu wang chuan chu ti rolin tu na hian financial year every line chan do na wangin kum to phelaya ko kan shat yang me thawi budget to ko wangin a har de lecture chu wang chuan ni transition period ang pe de ni chu mo claim in slow down na ma se na chu ala ngai ren thawa chu ti rolin job change kan mana chang ka sai fortune zu in bu ang lian offer ang chakhan la top pro iron chen di ma ko he chu ka do le lo in ti chuan an mani employer chung le kan in change ko ti le a all tu ko ma me ti dan te kanita tha khaten ron ka in ka du chi ni lo he chu an ya hi son me mai in life in recruitment di a ong me nga khatin ki ma ni ati ko an recruit re nga an kal re nga tyang kan heng lai an na boi khat tho to a tho re ang khan ni le lo especially ki he chu ka tui lo ani po in ani lo le langa na kong du zo thingla kong du zo mo a chan sang kha om ta ni chu wang so an offer ang cheu khala top ro a chan chu helaya nurse le kulai nurse na in an lo du to ka wangin healthcare in train chung le kulai system in in man chung khan enga ko khan lo om to pula in du na kha in chuang la yang kulai in on thlen chuan intensive care at in thoka OPD at an offer ang sil chuan lo ni ta ni ko nga chuan option shang om ta hospital and nurse care lo ko in education department at educator te in ninga theita pain management nurse remote te khatiang khan atam lu tuk sei se da ni lo chu wang chuan in ron thlenga nga in ri thiam chau nga system khata khan in du kha adang thei tho chu wang chuan an offer ma sak anga piang chu kan la top to tro kha khan pension henga khu nga chuan in la contribute in salary kha in ron thlenga in senior khan ti khan in lo kha tam chok tel tel awangin I helai an offer akadu lo ti angkha ki chuan ka recommend lo ni in thu nia dun ma janga ka sei fo thin chu an offer chu le na an pe ka piang chu khala khot ula in ron thlenga nga in du lo chuan in du ang in change na atam lu tu in ron thlen to chuan ron thlen ka ar sa ber chu wang chuan an in ron thlen to chuan ei atira asoi am tho ka ron thlen thap khot ro ka tia khati lai khan experience kan du khot kan la fresh air me dia fresher an lang lai an ron thlen khot ro kan an ron thlen ta ni nuam an lo ti tu ka katia khan nuam ti lo ko in thak thei vek tho chu wang chuan in RSC po opinion over Jenny po in laptop ro at nuwa kabia web po kanin si mama don't want to hear that and mali a web po kanin ithak quality to yon ken way po in na po kan ilaw du law ni po in machine kanin ang law chain ko pui kan duwa chain thing dang de kan duwa chuwang chuan henglai ang to pa na top cậu sân lệ có trang lệ YMA cậu sân khá ni về là live khá tan drop bằng in ron theng nga in explore nga in du khá in la ron she ron chau ita tang khan in la she lo ron theng thap pot ro thei ang ron khan mo amaro chu tu na shi it chuan slow down le lek ti ke kon san ti sa si ma ina lo so ya khan chu bang chuan na chu om lu tuk tho di ba na ngai reng amaro chu pu nga chuan system tik pi tu ka kalani awang khan in hey central and sanction dante le an recruitment process ka slow down lewa chu bang chuan kalai khalo patients me le mai chu mo
CVE hospital pakhat chau lawa thona physician rama thona chuan interview le ko lam kha the angin
can I ask
basically our process is that when we get your CV, see even so we would be looking at like what your CV is, what is your specialty, where is it the most suited, and with all of the hospitals that what we are working with, then we will see that which is the best suited job for you in which matches all of your experience. So when we are sending your CV to the hospital, at any time we will be sending it to the one hospital, because if we send it to multiple hospitals, that is not going to be working in the system, because same CVs can't be go at many other places. But say for example, that is only for the hospitals, but for you the options are still there, that just in case if you, when we are sending your CV, we will be talking to you as well, that whether you are happy to sort of go to that hospitals. If you say that you are not happy to hospital A, but you would rather go to hospital B, then we will send it to hospital B, your CV. Or if you went for hospital A interview and unfortunately if you were not selected, then we would be sending it to hospital B or C or wherever, like we will be able to find a job for you. Does that answer your question?
NHS ani nang vek lawa chu bang chuan in kha chu care lu tuk su so ye so du NHS a thak tam tak te po NHS a tangin an banga private an thok le ta chu tiang in private bang an thok te po NHS an thok le a chu tiang in a chen chuan permanent ka thok tu lo bank chau ka thok tu an te bank om zia chu khamita khan I du hun huna na ol kha a om vek ta I du ni du shift khai va pick tok ta du ma se benefits om lo thum ta holiday pay te ni lo thum ta amara chu an du hun nam thoka Chalai a lot of maintenance, weekends, day, bank holiday, so guards or more, near the night shift at the lot of the Wanghan, coming out to a terms of family among them and money, personal till about the Bokan, option at them to Bang Joining, Kalai Kaju, so guard private upon why also.
Tim not regular in thought like come extra work weekend night shift the bank holiday hey Christmas season ka in to in top bill hey so that in regular pay ba ka ham extra ka alo tam zo le ngala hourly kan ka in na bed
Only 3 years ICU experience ka kanita ICU ward sa kanita ni ward daw hi emma hi katan available thina ni ICU sa katang
Our question is, can she not then, because her experience and background is just ICU, so can she not have opportunities for any other wards? Can she only then be recruited for ICU?
So it is not like that. See, because your experience is in ICU, so yours and our preference is always going to be ICU because that is the thing which you are trained for.
Your expertise.
And that is the best that we would place you. But if we feel and if we see that okay, we are not having any ICU vacancy or it is not coming up, then we would give you option for others. Now for the others also, we have to see that which is going to be a suitable sort of vacancy for you with your ICU experience. Now I can't say that okay, with ICU experience you go and start working in operation theatre because it is not matching at all. Yeah, so I'll have to find something which is going to be matching with your, like I said about the neuro patients, neuro rehabilitation, because you would anyway in the ICU you will be seeing those patients. You can also work in like a recovery ward, post-surgical recovery ward as well, because in India I know that there are a lot of ICUs, they will have people coming out of operation theatre and they go to the ICU for recovery before they are then shifted to the ward. So we could give you option for that as well. Yeah, but when we are giving you these options, we can't give the options blindly. We have to see that your skills are matching with those ones. So yes, there are always options which are going to be there, but we will have to speak with you. We will have to see your comfort level. We will have to see your choice, and then we will also have to see what the hospital has given us as a job description and whether these two are matching, and then we would be putting you forward with that one.
So private hospital chen khata khanin khami contribution kha unpaid tier lo na pension contribution unpaid tier lo ta an khon nan khon dol ta kha a save lo ta ni ma segin kutilai a chuanin an lo paid tier fek kha chuan an khon ho an benefit om do ta kha a save zo dei ta mani ba
engkim hi kulama chuan rawh na changka ania tu ma hian kan tho lo kan la lawa kan tho lo kan la kan tho changin contribute kan pe ka kan ban hun kha kan la khun ni mai kha ka sarkar kha min chu sakatum lawa min pe ka tum ve ka example a chiang em chu student and local ta student ho ka tax and pe an heta an se to no khan an tax pe ka airport ta tang ro ko na train thi in dora ivaka ta dora shopping ko ivakita chutai shopping tax an lo pe ko ka airport ron thenga airport ta khani claim mai ol sam lo to kin tim hi an di kan tho lo hi kan la ni to cho wang son tho lo sa ban la mai lo ta chon kan zawai tan khanin kan di chiat kan thrat lo na ka an jong lo ba kan thrat na tur ka benefit ka min pe kan tum ngor hi ni rimot pe ni chu kulai value ni cho ban chuan hen kan no pang te venia nia kan soi deu ro na chan chu ka tlang au ke ngei po ka vati the lo he ma ro ti te ka kang nen kim venia ko ngari hum chawa aro pui ka ti tun ma tang in na si tum ro ka ti philippines tang te mun sang tang in he ta south india tang ten anon gan ka sup ani chumo chung chu kan mi zo ro tang in tum mai si lo ba ka hi ro lo na si eng wangin nge khulaya tuna kan ma mi na so yang khan kuta chuan in ro sang ani chawang chuan Mizoram a helaya ro tlen te ya in be tir ni kan ti turani lawa tuna pok ki maro ti na soya tuna hianin antinan space ka lo tam lo mai the OET van nei na ran hongta OET lo pasta khan pas so rol kan vacancy po mai the amar chu vacancy kha alo tot lai pon ni mai the chumi ni bang OET ka pas to a ma se na le chong si lo ti ang khan an ni dem su duhte po in van nei na kan nei ve ka kan tan tu tan po chan sei hong ve amaro chi i chan sa tlan chang khre lo chuan i tan khan kwa tai ve thei tho chu wang chuan OET lo pas na sak pe i lo in prepare kha i tan thil tani engineer moi zong lo dua application ni pe a an ko hun che han kan the turin interview face the turin lo in prepare ze kula ข้าสงการการมาสอนแล้วก็นี่เจ้าบางส่วนมิโซรามักกลาแม่มินาเดียอินเดียรามาจอยซาบรามักกันกลาอักโลกนี่กันเตลังกันรัมตันกันปุลุตุระเดียติกาอารมณ์ยันนิจูโม่ดูนั่นนั่งนี่ไงพอคุลายานาสินกลางไงพิมาโรดิตพอคุลายานาตั้งตักนุ่มตัวนี้คุลายาขันเบสอันบัตุมเบรนิโลมิโซรัมตานันนี่ที่ชาร์ลตินตัวนี้อินเลโลเทนรันซาอาเชนเพจวนอุเลปานเนน่าเฮลายาอินทอินโลกัลอัคลินที่จะวินโลอามาร์จูคุลายอินจวนอินโลโลชาอินเซฟงาที่อันกันสกัดคนจูเซฟคุยดานเจ้าเราหลังตัวเซลตานิโตรอินตานะเบเนฟิตขันยาจนนี่อันนี้ขันลักษณะเจ้าตุ้มแรงๆเราอามาร์อันมานี่กัลกันขันอารัมกัลกันขันนาค่ะอินสุจุอ่ะอินกลานะเอ๊ะเกี่ยนก็เทียนโต๊ะกับผู้รู้ดังกันรำตามที่ค่ะอินเฮลายานาสคุยลิงนาสทรายเนี่ยมีมาดูที่ไงพออินเองที่เนี่ยนาสคุยเตะอ่ะมังไงเจ้าวะโซรัมมีคุยเตะอ่ะมังไงเจ้านี่จะมีบางส่วนเองที่เนี่ยก็นาสคุยเตะก็ลักข้ากังก็ไม่เจ้าคุยเตะมีป่าเตะอ่ะพี่กินมีป่าเขาให้มีป่ามีโซรัมอ่ะนาสมีเต้นจักเชียนซาฟรามาจนมีป่านาสอันดูรู้ตัวก็อ่ะฉันจะอินจักโซกันนี่ดิวดีตันปอนตัวมันนี่จุ่มไม่เชื่อไอ้จนที่หลังจอยลุยพออินโลเทโซก็ข้าบางอันมีป่านาสเนี่ยไม่ใช่นาสกันบวยยังไงโลอาลุลุตุเจ้าบางส่วนเฮ็ดยังจันทร์ทะลุตุที่เจ้าฟ้าที่เห็นอาอุโมกันอุโมบุญโตตัวนั้นไรเล็กๆนี่กะทิอาไม่รู้จูตัวนั้นกันจำพออีเอ็นเจนเนี่ยอินดอนเทเตนเราอาจุมาสาอารมณ์จันทร์จางอินเชียอินจะว่าอินละวันเนี่ยไงยังเบลล์เบลล์รอตีประเทศเอซับทุกอย่างพอตรอวันนี้เบลล์อันเฟลฟันเบลล์รอที่นี่รอที่นี่เราตุ้มพุทธส่วนเบลล์รออะไรที่สุด
OET coaching chunchanga racheng du tan phone number karanda hian in lo contact zel don nia sabrama kal tur hian IELTS ti te OET exam ti te hi angai thina IELTS aya OET hi olsam zoka ngai ania chu tuna hian coaching pek zel ania in pass huna khan UK a nurse na doctor ten chance atha ema tin Zirlai te tan po chance thata kani ti khashia in ilawin pu cha don nia rampo nei kal don chuan OET or IELTS kha exam through angai thi na Zirlai te tan hei hi in pu cha nan thata kani ti shia in ilo pan ve don nia an number karon dai lo phone don ania ole khati jong kha karon da thei alo ni a zawai chunga lom thu kan soya lalpan mal som vek chero se